Hi, I'm Cram, and today we're taking a look at Unreal Engine VR mod from Praydog, and this time we're using the game Lies of P, which seems to work pretty flawlessly out of the gate when you inject the VR mod. The only thing you might need to change is the world scale to around 4. So what this does now, this is a completely different experience to, say, playing Ready or Not, which I showed you yesterday. You've got this little character in front of you. Well, it's not like a little doll character, but you're inside this sort of amazing, sort of massive Victorian looking station, steampunk style train station, and you've got a really great sense of scale. There's probably a way to attach the camera to, I can't remember his name, Pinocchio, what's his name, the character? I can't remember his name. The character's head. But because of the type of game it is, which is a Souls-like game, that's going to be quite difficult being in first person. I mean, using the Luke Ross real VR mod in, oh, I can't remember the name of the game now, my memory's gone. It's a Souls game, Dark Souls 3 or 4, whatever. Yeah, first person doesn't really work in that type of game. You need to see where your attacks are coming from, and they may not necessarily always be in front of you. So this kind of setup is really cool. For like sort of looking at the action and sort of just being immersed in the game world. Running very smoothly, quite flawlessly as well. Let's stand underneath the shower and wipe all that blood off my shirt. So yeah, it's pretty amazing that you're sort of... Let me just turn the volume down, so you probably get some bleed coming through. So I got quite far into this game when I originally played it, and yeah, I've started again because it's completely different. It's just wonderful to be able to see all this inside VR. So the first thing that I thought about this, because the depth perception is amazing in this. I mean, really is. It reminded me of the old 3D games, like on a 2D 3D conversion. That's what it reminded me of. But the difference here is that you can actually look around, full 360 degree looking around, up, down, whereas a 3D game will have you only being able to look straight in front of you, and you're not sort of immersed in the game world as much as you are here. So it's almost like I'm a sort of character following P here, Pinocchio. Is that his name? No, I'm not sure. I think it is, actually. So yeah, I mean, just fantastic. I've tried putting the world scale so it's a bit bigger, but I don't think that works very well, and you lose a lot of this depth. I mean, I'm not sure how it's going to be on my eyes after prolonged play, but right now, if I look sort of deep into there, to that staircase in the distance, and the subsequent wall behind it and curtains, it looks really far away, like massively far away in the distance. This is really good 3D effect, and some people say, well, you can't play VR games in third person, it doesn't work. But it does work, and there'll be lots of games like this on the Oculus Rift CV1 when that released initially. Whoops, I'm going to die. With the CV1, if you cast your minds back to when that released, it launched without any touch controllers. So you had to use a gamepad to play. So a lot of games that were in third person released at that time to sort of accommodate that, and people got along fine with it. Lots of good experiences, and because, as I say, you're in the world here, and it just looks amazing. Very well polished, nicely detailed. Oh, I've died. I'm not paying attention to my health bar, which is all the way somewhere. I think maybe the UI needs to be adjusted so I can see that. I haven't really tinkered with any of that. So let's start again. It's no big deal. I'm not at the stage of the game where dying makes much difference. I can collect my lost orbs. Right, no, the HUD is actually fine. Yeah, look, I've got those up on the D-pad. Lock on. Right, I won't die this time. In fact, I will wager I will not sustain any hits whatsoever now. Too busy talking. Yeah, right. That's the button I should have been using. The evade. Right, sharpening your blades for maximum damage. Yeah, I mean, I really like this game. Graphics amazing, but in VR now it's pretty cool. And you can sneak up behind these guys and do like a stealth kill. I wonder if that ability is available to me at this point in time. Oh, too slow. Not bad. Right, heavy attack. That's it. But yeah, as a game to rival the Dark Souls series, it does a good job, this game. And I remember fighting that bloody boss. There was a demo for this, and there's that end boss of this sort of opening prologue. It was a right pain in the arse, and I think I took about 15 attempts to beat him. And then once you figure out his pattern, as with any Souls game, it's pretty straightforward to beat him. Got to watch out for that stat. Oh, I lied. I took damage. Forgot about him creeping up on me like that. Right. But no, this is really nice. Where did I die before? Need to collect my orbs, don't I? So yeah, Lies of P, great game, and a great being able to play this in VR, like in this manner. It's just like pretty amazing stuff. Easy peasy. And like I said, it's a very detailed game as well, graphically. So for anyone else interested on the settings, I've lowered the in-game setting to 1080p. I've kept everything else on its maximum settings. I think I've got DLSS running as well. I'm using virtual desktop, Quest 3. Did I pick up my bits? I think it automatically picks up. Let me just quickly check that. That'd be stupid, wouldn't it? You need that for leveling up. Yeah, I did. Yeah, so Quest 3, virtual desktop, Praydog's VR mod. Run the game, start the game so you're in the game rather than the menus. Inject. Make sure you select VDXR in your virtual desktop settings, otherwise it won't inject properly. You don't need to delete the plugins folder. You might get a prompt saying, do you want to delete those? You don't need to. Also make sure that virtual desktop fix is ticked in the settings, and you can change the world scale on the Unreal mod game overlay. Which is I can't remember where it is. Let me see if I can show you that now on the screen. It is here under Unreal. So change the world scale to about 4. You could probably lower the depth if it's sore on your eyes. Excuse me. I've got to get rid of that mouse pointer for recording. Right, so look, this depth is pretty cool. And as I said, I remember playing sort of 3D games using tri-def back in the day, and it sometimes wouldn't inject as like this, and I'm glad that this mod is being able to do it, because it is effectively a 3D game attached to your face, but you've got full 3D movement in your view, which is nice. Yeah, you're gonna have to do better than that, guys. Use Fable while guarding. Use Fable arts. Yeah. Guarding. Who guards? Because this game, guarding, you can get knocked down when you're stamina, and you still take damage. If I recall correctly. Right, not bad so far. So yeah, this is such a cool game, and when you sort of get outside this sort of station, it's pretty impressive stuff visually. Yep, shortcut. So yeah, it's basically a clone of Dark Souls style. And that's a nice little shortcut now. In case you die against this character here. Right, so just to make sure everything's cool and again. Right, let's go. Now you can't creep up on this guy, unfortunately. So you've got to use your attacks. You've got to do what's it called? You've got to just make sure you keep your stamina up, and also make sure that you're not doing 3-hit combos. 2. Oops. Right, let's just eat that. Evasion is good. Oh shit, I walked right into that. Right. Oh, right. Hold for a charge attack. Fatal attack. Nice. Finish him. That's it. Not too shabby. Yeah, so in this game, as with all Souls games, it's all about your timing. If you can get those sort of blocks, timed blocks, you can make light work of the bosses in this game and any other enemy that you may come across. Open the door. But that's just basics 101. Right, now we're outside. Look at that. Pretty impressive stuff. And a defining moment for this opening part of the game. Let me just use me health so there's no issues. So you've got a really nice viewpoint of everything here. It's really cool. Let's just awaken Stargazer. Nice. So yeah, I mean, you could probably move the HUD if you want to not have that imposing and have a bit more of a hardcore type experience. Like all these things, I think there's probably options to do that in the actual game settings to prevent you from because they're a bit, you know, once you know what the keys are, you don't need to have that on the screen all the time. It's kind of clogging up the screen real estate. Right, there's a little dog there. Come on. Watch that stamina up. So I'm killing them in 3 hits. Nice. And as you're aware, if you go back to your Stargazer, you will reset all the enemies if you start leveling up. Yeah, so this is really nice. It's a bit of a grim, dark sort of game in terms of its visuals, but it just looks fantastic and atmospheric in VR, and I'm going to be playing through this in VR from now on, like many of the other games that I've started playing again. I think it's pretty fantastic. Right, let's see if I can level up here. So let's just see if the menus work properly.
As we all gather at the start.
Right. I like sort of attack strength. What am I doing? Which is attack? Vitality is your... Oh, there you go. T, technique. Weapon attack attributes. Right, HP, there you go. Stamina, legion, weight, fable shot. That's the one. Motivity is what we're after. So more attack power. That's it. Yeah, menu looks really good as well. So no fiddling about. So that's what I was going to say as well. Yeah, so certain games require very minimal interaction for this mod to work, which is pretty cool. I mean, I did Ready or Not yesterday, and that required quite a bit of fiddling around to get it to work. Obviously with this game, Liza P, you'll need to set your Steam controllers to work in the properties of the Liza P, and set your Steam controller input to input enabled. Once you've done that, you can then use the controller. But other than that, yeah, inject the game, it works out the box. I'm sure you could probably change the settings a bit more, tweak them to suit your preferences. Like as I said, the depth might be a bit much for some people. Depending on your eye strain you might be getting. I do know from previous experience playing 3D games that the eye strain can sort of set in, but it's not a game where you're going to be moving your head around like this, looking around. You're quite static, actually. You're always behind the character here, and you can probably change the distance you are away from the character as well in the overlay, which is cool. He's not doing too badly, is he, so far? But this bit is rather simple. Come and get me! There! Come and get me! Yeah, this is pretty cool. Nice. It just runs really well, and I'm not sure what the usage of my GPU. Let me quickly have a look for you. Oh, I haven't got the overlay on, but I think it's not too bad at running at 1080p. I mean, you can sharpen this up by, depending on what system you've got, by sorting out the render resolution in the overlay, which is a preferred method. So basically what you do is you lower the resolution in game, and then you use the Unreal Engine VR mod overlay render resolution scale there to boost it up. Right, how much have I got now? 923, probably not enough to level up, so let's continue on. Not sure how much is required to level up. Stamina is also very important if you're going to be doing a lot of evasive moves. So I did attack, power, and next level up should be for stamina. You've got to balance, for my type of character, balancing between those two is my preferred style, but obviously you tailor your character to how you see fit. Anyway, Liza P, really nice game to play in VR with the Praydog's awesome Unreal Engine mod. And yeah, I'm going to be trying a few games out here and seeing what works. But yeah, this one works out the gate. Ouch, electric shock. Okay then. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to show you the boss fight down there in that circus. Yeah, let's just quickly go down there quickly. And then see what happens. Okay. Right, he's in there. And, yep. Okay. There's a little bit outside I just want to quickly show you, which gives you a really nice panoramic viewpoint. I mean, you can smash up all these things. I'm not sure you gain anything from it, but yeah, so it's pretty nice. Right, so this little walkway here, you get your first sort of character that can give you a bit of grief. There's a certain way to beat him, and yeah, but look, this is what I wanted to show you. This really nice. So you can't obviously see that on the 2D screen, but you've got this really beautiful long depth looking towards those rocks in the distance. Such a long way away. He looks really far away. Well, he's not that far away, but he looks far away, and which is really nice. So you got to counter this guy. You can actually sneak behind him. Whoops. He's got a long reach, this guy. But he's sort of going down. Too bad. I'm sure they made this easier because, or maybe it's because I'm sort of more experienced in playing the game. But I remember struggling against him initially when I first picked it up. He was pretty tough, and he had extra long reach. So look, all through these buildings now is really awesome. Being able to just walk among these buildings is great. You just really feel like you're there in the... Oh, shot. You feel like you're in the game. Way more than you would playing on a normal 2D flat screen. You got to watch lock-on in these games. I find that against bosses especially, lock-on is a good excuse for the computer to cheat and do sort of dodgy hits on you that shouldn't really connect. They do it in all these types of games. Seems to be a common theme. Oh, no. Can I drop down on him? Yep, nice, you're done. Alright, they're coming. Ooh, took a hit. Double ducks. Yeah, I mean, it kind of reminds me of like little toy soldiers that you're playing against here. But that is the theme of the game, toys. Obviously being Pinocchio, based on the story of Pinocchio. Right, so, oh, he's crept up on me. Look at that reach that he's got. So as I was saying earlier, with the first person, you would not necessarily be able to see that if someone's creeping up behind you with incredibly long reach like that, and you'd be getting hit from unseen assailants, which is no fun at all in these types of games. So having this sort of third person distant view of the character is definitely the preferred method of play here. I think I can open this door here. I think. Not electrocuted. No. Nice shortcut. Right. So I've got 1,900. So before I venture in here, I need to just make sure I level up. Right. And here's the boss. So I'm going to just end it here because I don't want to embarrassingly sit here now for 50 times trying to beat this boss. I've forgotten. It's been such a while since I played this. I've forgotten what technique is required to beat him. Aside from dodging. Right, let's get the Stamina up, as I said. Stamina there, which is vigor. Let's boost that up. Yes. Okay. Right. Right, so I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah, really cool stuff and looks fantastic. I've not tried this on Steam Link to see if that's any different. But yeah, really nice. I'm going to leave it at that. So thanks for watching. This is Lies of P with Praydog's awesome Unreal Engine VR mod. We out of here. On Quest 3, by the way.